The Gold Rush and Chinese Immigration. In 1848, gold was found in California. The news of this gold brought thousands of people from other parts of the United States to California to look for and mine for gold. People from other countries also decided to move to California for this reason. By 1851, 25,000 Chinese immigrated to California to look for gold. Most of the Chinese immigrants were poor male villagers who were struggling in China. They came to California to work and send money home to their families. They worked very hard, and by 1880, about 25% of California's workers were Chinese. Many Chinese also came to California to build the Central Pacific Railroad, which was a new railroad for trains to cross the United States from the East Coast to the West Coast. At first, these Chinese workers were welcomed because there was a lot of work and not enough workers. However, after more Chinese immigration and when the economy got worse, discrimination against Chinese workers increased. In 1882, the U.S. government passed the Chinese Exclusion Act, which stopped new Chinese immigration for a long time. Even though this occurred, the Chinese workers made their own communities in different parts of California, such as in San Francisco. San Francisco is home to the first Chinatown in the United States. Hawaii and the Japanese. Another group of Asian Americans who immigrated early to the United States were people from Japan. The first Japanese immigrants moved to Hawaii in 1868 to work on sugar plantations. Most of them were young men looking for work. Many of them were single, but some had families and wanted to send money home to Japan. Japanese workers also came to California soon after going to Hawaii. They got jobs in agriculture, canneries, on railroads, and in oil fields. They, like the Chinese workers, worked very hard for low pay. These Japanese Americans also faced discrimination by the white population. During World War II, Japanese Americans were unfairly made to live in internment camps. These families had to sell all the homes and businesses they owned before moving to the camps. Later, in 1988, the U.S. government formally apologized for this mistake and paid $20,000 to each Japanese American who lived in the camps. More Asian immigration. In the early 1900s, other people from Asia began to immigrate as well, such as Koreans and Filipinos. However, it wasn't until 1965 that a lot more immigration from Asia occurred. The United States passed the Immigration Act of 1965, which ended Asian immigration bans. This law encouraged people from all Asian countries with job skills to come to the United States. Since then, many more Asians have moved to the United States, including those from Vietnam who came after the Vietnam War in 1975. Many Asian American communities and families have grown over the years, and some Asian Americans are fifth or sixth generation Californians. Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders in California today. Today, about 40% of the Asian Americans, Pacific Islanders in the United States live in California. They represent about 15% of California's overall population. They are the fastest growing racial ethnic group in the country, and over 50% of California's recent immigrants now come from Asia. Asian Americans have been and are an integral part of California.